Hey, we would like to invite you all on March 6th to join us virtually for our conference coming up called Prevent and Reverse Heart Disease and Build a Powerful Immune System for Women. Anyone can join us, but we would love to have you sign up for our virtual event featuring Dr. Robin Schutken.
She's amazing.
What she knows about the microbiome, which she knows, is the biome within us, our gut, and how that is tied into our immune system. There's nothing more important right now than having healthy immune systems. It is the end of 2020. This event is on March 6th of 2021. Also, we'll be featuring my father to prevent and reverse heart disease, his research with women, and I'll be cooking with Anne.
And Dr. Ann Bingham will be there.
OBGYN, the power of plants with women cannot be understated, overstated, needs to be stated. And we'll do some interactive things with Brian Hart as well. You can find a link to the event in the description below here on YouTube or on Instagram in my bio or on my website, janeesselstyn.com. Hope to see you there.
It'll be great. It'll be such fun.
See you soon.
Bye.
Hi, I'm Jane Esselstyn.
I'm Ann Esselstyn.
And today we're cooking something out of the Engine 2 cookbook, which is a plant-perfect recipe.
It is so delicious.
I think she says that because it's crispy. And it's called seed bark pucks. Now, what's so cool about making these seed bark pucks, what page is that?
248.
Page 248 of the Engine 2 cookbook. These are pucks, they're little cookie discs, but in between each cookie disc is a yummy little, what would you call it?
Like granola, but
just chunks, crispy little bits, and so you are kind of getting
delicious on top of anything. Like
in
imagine
your cereal,
on banana soft serve or whatever.
Your blueberry dessert we're going to make in our next video.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So anyway, this is called seed bark pucks, and what's so cool about it? It's made with 5 seeds, and they are pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, sesame seeds, ground flaxseed meal, and chia seeds. I hope you can see all that. Wait, can they see it okay? They can see it. Great. These seeds in varying amounts and a little bit of maple syrup is really all that's in this recipe.
Crazy that it...
And because if you have too much maple syrup, it's too soggy. Just the right amount is perfect. So we're going to throw this together now.
Wait, Jane, before we throw it together, I have to explain something. Jane and I are wearing sweaters made by Jane. Probably this was she made for me 20 years ago, and
Willie.
And actually, I probably have wrecked it by wearing my neon pink. It should have this lovely little sort of purpley
magenta line, but
I didn't. And it's so cozy on this snowy day.
And I started this sweater before when our first daughter was born, so 22 years ago, and I just finished it recently. And I ended it with the 3 purple stripes because they all go to colleges that are purple. Okay, so we do 1.5 cups. So yeah, it doesn't match. Nothing makes sense. Just kind of like our recipes. Come what may. All right, 1.5 cups of pumpkin seeds. That's the one that's the majority of what's in here. And you can kind of do whatever you want thereafter. I'm gonna do roughly 1/2 cup of what are those called?
Pumpkins?
No, sunflower seeds. Oh my gosh. And then we're gonna do 1/4 cup, your favorite amount. Can you help me out there? This is stuck. Quarter cup of
I could put my little thing in there.
Your what?
It would go into there.
Oh.
And these are sesame seeds.
Yeah. And then 1/4 cup of flaxseed meal. Can you go right in?
I love going right into the container or the whatever.
And then 2 tablespoons of chia. 2 tablespoons of this. These are hilarious little things.
These are terrible in your teeth. They get stuck.
But it's so fun. They get big and squishy.
They grow 7 times themselves when you get them into liquid. But in here, they don't grow that much, I don't think, because there's not that much liquid.
Okay, speaking of liquid, now we put in 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. And that, actually, the recipe says 2 to 3. And I'm starting with 2 because we're probably going to add 3, but I want to just show how 2 is really kind of, ooh, you okay? Okay. This looks, I don't know if you can see the top cam here. It's kind of.
Nothing as good as the maple syrup.
Did you just lick out of that? Because we're going to do another one.
Oh.
You love licking. You'll see here, I don't know if, Wade, can you see in the top cam how it's getting a little bit coated, but I think, let's just do like a half tablespoon more. I don't know if we need a whole tablespoon more. But
Do I do 1 teaspoon?
Sure, let's do a teaspoon. Good call. Okay, perfect. And you can go ahead and lick that.
Just making sure.
Now, one thing that's a fun addition to this is what you have told me. Well, we were doing a piece for.
Oh, I'm supposed to have been doing this.
Tell them what it is.
This is.
Crystallized ginger. And you don't have to do this. This is a bonus.
Oh, no.
This is the recipe.
You
This
must.
is done.
It makes all the difference.
Well, here. This crystallized ginger, as much as you'd like, you can put it in here. It's kind of like adding an add-in, like raisins or chocolate chips to cookies or whatever. But this, if you don't want to use the crystallized ginger, if not a ginger fan, just you're ready to go with this. But we're gonna chop this up in little bits and throw it in here.
When I'm eating these little things, I look for the ones with the crystallized ginger in them.
Yes, they have a little. It's a zap and a zing. We were doing a.
Jane, how small do you want?
That looks great. We were doing a piece with Edible Cleveland, which is a wonderful magazine. I think every city has an edible. There's an Edible Philly and Edible Hudson. Anyway, we were doing a piece with them, and the guy that was there doing the article, I wish I could remember his name right now. Oh, he was great. Anyway, he was having a bite of seed bark, and we'd served nori rolls, the rice medallions that have wasabi and some soy sauce, tamari, and some pickled ginger. And he accidentally got some pickled ginger in with his seed bark, and he was like, "Oh, I just had the most wonderful bite. I got some ginger with my seed bark." And he's like, "That would be a great recipe." And even though it was pickled ginger, we have put this ginger in there because the pickled ginger is so wet. All right, that looks great. Oh, ton of that. That's a lot, Mommy.
You want all of that?
Sure.
This would be my choice, but you don't usually do that much.
No, and those of you who don't want to have ginger in yours don't. And it's also this crystallized ginger, it's got sugar on it, so it's not something we do a lot of or want to have too much of. All right, so now this is ready to be put into pucks. So we're take our parchment lined pan and oh, this is gonna be sticky. Can you give that a quick wipe? Parchment lined pan, and we're gonna put the seed bark batter. I mean, hard to call it batter because it's just like bird food. We got the idea for this when Ann and I went to. Do you remember where we went to?
We went to the opening of our downtown Heinen's big store.
Heinen's is a grocery store here in Cleveland, Ohio. And they had, they were opening, and what was it? What kind of building was it? It was the old.
Cleveland.
It was a bank. It was an old bank here in Cleveland. And they were giving out samples of things, and they had samples of this stuff called, I think it's called like Clean Snack or Clean Bite. And I thought, oh, this looks great. And it was just a bunch of seeds and nuts held together by something that crystallized. And it was amazing. But looking at the ingredients, it had, and thank you for the inspiration, Clean Snack or whatever your name is, but they had so many different sugars that didn't seem necessary. Sugar and not corn syrup, but other rice syrup or stuff like that. And anyway, we came home and we made it without nuts, and we came home and made it without all those sweeteners, just one. So what we do now is everything's about, not one pumpkin seed layer thin, but roughly flattened out without having any big holes or spaces. Okay.
I'm checking on the holes.
Okay, I'm putting a little ginger in the corner for you because I know you like to taste that. So then we have this beautiful, probably have a little like cookie cutter. I love this glass. It's from my mom. And we just make holes, make these pucks that will bake into crispy little rounds, and we'll have all the little space in between. I don't know, wait, can you see it from above? Like I'll make this one be more defined. I can't see.
You might want to hold it up.
This.
Oh yeah, you can see that.
Can you? I can't see. All right, we made rounds around it, and they're gonna bake. All the little pieces around the circles are gonna bake also. So in it goes at 350 for about 18 minutes. And we'll be right back. There's the timer. Our seed bark is done.
Oh,
okay,
wait.
let's check it out.
There is nothing like seed bark.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Now, the key to this is it's nicely done right now, but let's get the timer off. It is going to sit and cool, and we're not going to taste it.
Not even. What about that taste?
We're not going to taste it just because it has to become crisp, and it's going to just quietly get.
It's hot.
Yeah, it's going to quietly lose all this moisture and make this crispy, crackly sound, as we'll see in a few minutes. Okay, we'll be back in a flash. And I think they've cooled long enough, and we're going to give it a go now and try the crispy seed bark. Yeah, the tray's cooled, and look at all these beautiful pieces. I think there's a little plate we can transfer them to.
See, they made little seed bark cookies.
Oh, little pucks. So wait, should we put them there? Can you see them there? Can you see them up there? Are we in the right zone?
That works.
Look at these great, they're little crispy, they're so fragile, and in between, so like here, the pucks.
I love serving these on special occasions too, like when my book group meets. Mm-hmm. They all love these.
Here, let's both get a little crispy. All this little shrapnel is good and crispy too. Ready? Cheers, cheers.
Got one with
cheers.
Hunk of
ginger. Wait, come try one. Do you like ginger?
Look at that.
This is one of my favorite snacks of yours.
Here, big ginger chunk. Big ginger chunk. All right, so
found another big ginger chunk.
So these are great. Like we said, just as a little snack to have around, something to
Jane,
throw in your mouth.
These are special treats too.
I know yes, and we have we're gonna do a great blueberry tofu mousse type thing in our next video, and it's wonderful to have these sort of I'll show a picture stacked inside like parfait style, or to have them. Wait, I don't know if you can see this, but it's a layer of seed bark, a layer of our fruit and raspberry pudding, and another layer, and fruit on top. These crumbly things are just like granola. We usually have a little jar of them because people put them on top of their oats in the morning, and nice snack. All right,
these are
we're
more than a snack. These are a special treat.
All right.
Especially when you get a hunk of ginger.
Well, let us know how you make your seed bark.
There.
Oh, that's your dream. All right. Thanks so much. Bye.